to Know Things Considered. My name is Tim Young. Guys, we got a good day of news today because the Senate Judiciary Committee released 2,500 pages of testimony about that famous Trump Tower meeting. Now, I know what you're saying to yourselves. Why would they do that? It's because there's nothing good in it. But don't tell that to conspiracy theorists and people on CNN and MSNBC, and especially the Washington Post, which is what we're going to get to right now. Because they're going to come through it and they're going to find a bunch of stuff that sounds significant, but definitely is not. Here we go. Washington Post, the 7 big things we just learned from the Trump Tower meeting testimony. Are you guys ready? Are you ready to go through this? Or are we going to prove Russian collusion? No, not even close. Here's number 1. Trump Jr. was clearly anxious for dirt on Hillary Clinton. Well, no shit. Hillary Clinton was anxious for dirt on Donald Trump too. That's what happens in politics. That's how it works. There's nothing illegal or colluding about that. Number 2. Trump Jr. says President Trump may have personally influenced misleading explanations about the meeting. Oh, whoa, whoa. He's saying he lied? Well, let's see exactly what was said here. Put this full screen, please, because you just can't miss it. To the best of your knowledge, did the president provide any edits to the statement or other input? Well, he may have commented through Hope Hicks. And do you know if his comments provided through Hope Hicks were incorporated into the final statement? I believe some may have been. Guys, do you know what that proves? Nothing. Nothing. Maybe something happened? Nothing. That's big. Told you, there's nothing in these Senate Judiciary transcripts. Let's keep going, shall we? Number 3. Trump Jr. says he doesn't recall whether a key call with a blocked phone number was his father. Oh my God. Let's go to this part of the transcript, shall we? We're really going to break loose here with some crazy new information. Does your father use a blocked number on his cell phone or any phones that you call him on? I don't know. So you don't know whether this might have been your father? I don't. What's significant about that? What is big about that? Can anybody tell me? There's nothing big. These are these groundbreaking Trump Tower transcripts. The meeting, they were going to prove Russian collusion, and that's the big thing that we got. Number 4, Goldstone suggests that Veshelskaya, I can't say her name, was pitched as having Russian government connections. Well, guess what, guys? Most people that are powerful in countries and are involved in politics have political connections. That's a standard thing. She did not work for the government. She did not represent the government, but she might have had connections. That does not prove collusion. That has nothing to do with Russians influencing the 2016 election. I thought this was supposed to be big, by the way. Are we still waiting for the big? Maybe it'll keep coming. Maybe there'll be something here in these final 3. Here we go. Ready? Ready? Meeting attendees say no valuable information was provided. Well, that should be it, right? There was nothing there. There was no... We're trying to get somebody on intent to... There's not collusion. There's no information that was handed over. Nothing. It was a worthless meeting. I don't get... Let's go to number 6, because I'm sure something's going to be groundbreaking or something's going to be crazy and groundbreaking out of these Trump Tower testimonies. The Senate Judiciary, they've released it, so I'm sure the conspiracy theorists are losing their minds. Let's go. Ready? Number 6, Goldstone vented about the meeting being an awful idea after investigators grilled him. Well, let me tell you something. If I was pulled into an investigation because I went to a stupid meeting that amounted to nothing, I would say it was a bad idea too. Oh, this was a terrible idea. It had been landed me here. I had to sit for hours answering stupid questions about Russian collusion that clearly wasn't happening during that meeting. What do you want? What do you want? And number 7, this is going to prove Russian collusion. I know it because the Washington Post said it was a big thing that came out of these testimonies to the Senate Judiciary Committee. We got a copy of Paul Manafort's notes. Now, I know in these notes, we are going to see drawings of the Kremlin and American flags and Hillary and Putin, and everything's going to be there, right? Well, let's show a transcript of the notes, shall we, from that meeting. What is... Not invest, loan, illicit, active sponsors of RNC. I mean, I mean, he put everything on this other than he wanted to go to Chipotle for lunch. So, I don't... my mind is blown right now. Remember, it's the 7 big things we just learned from the Trump Tower meeting testimony. Those are big. Those are big things, all right, guys. Nothing came out of it. Don Jr. was confused whether or not he got a phone call from his dad on a blocked number. And he also didn't have a clear answer to whether or not his father lied. Okay, well, what are the 7 big? That seems really not that big. Because as I said at the beginning, if the Senate Judiciary released these 2,500 pages, there's nothing in them. There's absolutely nothing in them. Stupid waste of time, but don't tell that to MSNBC and CNN, who are trying to draw conclusions all day long, and probably the rest of the news cycle this week. Let's go to another side of the news. Here's Pat Davis. He's running for office, and his entire campaign is, well, F the NRA.
Fuck the NRA. Their pro-gun policies have resulted in dead children, dead mothers, and dead fathers. I'm Pat Davis, and I approve this message.
Now, you see, Pat Davis might be a smart guy in that he's getting social justice warriors to react to him by saying that and screaming out loud. But he wasn't that smart because he ended up going on this guy's show. And when you go on that guy's show, it's going to get ugly. Here's Tucker Carlson breaking down the F the NRA slogan and, well, asking a very relevant question.
How many NRA members have committed mass shootings?
Well, but Tucker, here's the thing.
Here's the thing is the quote. No, here's the thing is I asked you a direct way. No, hold on. Here's the thing.
We can. Yeah.
You wait. So you just released an ad that said "F the NRA," which I'm sure back at your fraternity house they loved. But let me ask you an adult question: how many NRA members have committed mass shootings?
Tucker, this is about the organization itself.
How many members? How many of their members? Hold on. They have millions of members. How many of them have?
They do, and I've been hearing from them all week. Look, their member. I've been.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a point there, doesn't he? Now, it doesn't stop there because he went on to ask that fella at the NRA about this commercial that we're going to show right now, where he says that you can fire 150 rounds from an AR-15 in 15 seconds. I'm not making this up. Throw to the ad.
By the time this ad is done, an AR-15 could have fired 150 bullets. That's why we need to ban assault weapons. I'm Pat Davis, running for Congress, and I approve this message because lives are more important than gun company profits.
And without further ado, here's Tucker Carlson making him look like a complete idiot.
You're saying an AR-15 can shoot 150 rounds in 15 seconds. So would it have a 150-round magazine? What would that... hold on. Let me ask you. Let's be specific. That's your ad. What would that magazine look like, the 150-round magazine?
Exactly like the magazines that Las Vegas police officers pulled out of that hotel room. They had 50 and 100-round magazines, and that weapon was capable...
Oh.
No,
and
50
so you
and
can
100
fire.
round magazines.
It is physically possible to fire. It's not. I mean, these are rhetorical questions. You don't know what you're talking about.
So sorry, Pat Davis. I'm sure that helps out your popularity that you went on Tucker Carlson's show, but you did look like a complete moron. You're welcome to come on my show anytime you like, and I can give you a repeat of what just happened there. Unbelievable. Unbelievably stupid. And finally tonight, Larry Nassar. He was covered up for by Michigan State University. The university is now going to have to pay those women who were terribly tortured and horribly assaulted by Larry Nassar $500 million. Now that's all fine and good, and I'm glad that the women are getting something out of this after all of the terrible things they've been through. That being said, is that going to fall back on the taxpayers? Because it seems like that's a public university, and that money would have to come from somewhere. I just hope that our money, well, the people of Michigan, their money, doesn't have to go to pay off that freak's terrible actions. Absolutely awful, but I'm glad that the women are getting something from that terrible situation. Guys, that's it for No Things Considered tonight. If you like the show, click the like button, click the heart button, click the smiley face button, share it with your friends. I'm here every night of the week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know where to find me. And for more fun, dumb stuff, you can go check out my Twitter at TimRunsHisMouth. Guys, that's it for tonight. See you tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
It'd be great
Learn
to have
something
a
about
conversation
guns and get back to me. Interview over. Yeah, because you don't know what you're talking about.